we gathered the entire staff of the club together to talk about Dr. Gady and what he meant to all of us. And in the course of that conversation, we heard from many of our staff members who talked about the personal impact that Kirk Gady had on them as a mentor, as a friend, as a counselor, as someone who pushed and prodded them and supported them in so many ways. I know him as my fraternity brother, my chapter brother, as a huge supporter. Uh, Dr. Gady or Brother Gady or Kirk, whichever name he went by, um, he was a huge supporter of the club at Collington, which is an after-school program just a block away that provides services for over 90 youth and their families in this community. And so it is fitting for us to gather today to remember, to celebrate a good man who served his family, who loved his family, loved his community, believed in education. And so we want to gather today to celebrate um, our brother, our friend, our husband, our father, our family member, our loved one. And so this is what we're going to do today. Today,
he was definitely a pleasant man to be around. Like, you could feel his aura was just basically everything. So to you, his wife, Kurt, I send my deepest condolences.
All right. My name is Gary. I'm a scholar at Collington Club. Dr. Gady and me had a type on. We went at each other all the time. My passion is to play basketball. He would always tell me that I ain't never had no game, and I would always tell him to step on the court.
at this time, the youth of the club at Collington is presenting the family of Kirk Gady with a token of our appreciation and love.
We are here because we're standing on the shoulders of giants. And we would not be here today if it wasn't for a giant known as Dr. Kirk Peter Gady. This man was someone who, you know, I see him as a giant that they all have stood on their shoulders, but you see him as another person. The Oblate Sisters of Providence see him as someone else. The Black Catholics all across America see him as someone else as well. But because of this giant, we know that we can make all things possible. And one of the things that he's taught us is that all things are possible if we believe. And I'll just say this. I recall a story or some lyrics by this gentleman named Donald Lawrence that says, giants die. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. When we think about that song and the lyrics of that song, he was a large giant. This last week and a half, has caused all of us to feel a certain kind of way. If this was just a small giant, we would not be here today. But this is a giant that has made an impact all across the nation and the world. I had the privilege yesterday of going to St. Francis Academy. I saw pictures of him on the wall when he was in grade school. I saw pictures on the wall when Kirk Gady Jr. was in school. I saw pictures with him in his robe. This man was dedicated to a life of service and a life of commitment. And as the president of the Delta Lambda chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha, we say that we are the first of all others. But let me tell you, Dr. Gady was always the first one at the chapter house, cleaning up, whether he had a broom, whether he had the Windex cleaning up or spraying Lysol to make it smell as if it was like fresh and clean. But this was a man that you would not think had a doctorate because he reached down and did some of the very lowest of the lowest things. As everyone said, he was your mentor, he was your father, he was your husband, he was a friend, he was a brother, He was everything that you could imagine. So as I say in those lyrics, giants do fall. The bigger they are, the harder they fall.
Hi everyone, I promise I'm going to make this really quick. Like my father, I can talk all day and all night. I just want to say thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts. Our family just feels so much love, so much compassion. It's just amazing to us that we can see the impact that we have. You can know that your father, your husband, your brother, your cousin, your godfather, your this or that is amazing. You can know about all the amazing things that he's done, about the lives that he's touched, but to see it, it just puts it in a totally different perspective. And we just want to thank you so much for taking time out of your day. Thank you so much for your prayers. Thank you for getting on the Zoom with us. Thank you for spending time with us. Thank you for keeping us in our prayers. We're definitely going to need them. This has rocked our family. It's beyond shocking, but we know that with God, all things are possible, and we're going to be leaning on you. So if you told us you were going to be there for us, we need you to be there for us. And that's today, that's tomorrow, that's next year, that's 2 years from now, that's 10 years from now, 15 years from now, because his impact is that big. He is that big. He will always be that big. We love you all so, so, so much. Thank you so much. I cannot thank you enough on behalf of my family. We just thank you. We ask that God continue to bless you and your family. Please be safe.
I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. All around this town, I'm gonna let it shine. All around this town, I'm gonna let it shine. All around this town, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Well, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Well, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Just wanna make it to heaven. I just wanna make it in. Oh, I just wanna cross that river. My Lord, I wanna be free from sin. Oh,